Hey you guys, welcome back to another episode of Auto Amateur and Project 996. We're rolling along to May where we're going to be taking this car hopefully on a road trip with a bunch of fellow Porsche nuts around the Rocky Mountains. In this episode, we're going to be on the interior, taking out the front passenger seat and the driver's seat, taking them to an upholsterer to get restored. Let's go check it out. So guys, welcome back to another episode, and here is the Blue Beauty. It is so nice to see it once I get the cover off. And I'm keeping the cover on because the paint is brand new, and it's just kind of one of the things that we Porsche owners like to do during the winter, just to keep the dust off the paint, but it's so nice to see it when it's sat here like this. As I mentioned, today's episode is about the interior though, and we're going to be taking out the driver's seat and the passenger seat. Now I've done this job before in the 991. My friend Patrick and I attempted to take the seats out because we were replacing my black seatbelts with red seatbelts, and we're going to be going there too with this car. We're going to be putting blue seatbelts in, but that's for another video. This episode is all about the seats. So we're going to take a look inside the car, take a look at the condition of the seats. We're going to take out the seats, and then we're going to take them over to the upholsterer here in the Twin Cities, a local guy who's known for doing a fantastic job on a whole range of different cars. So the job's relatively straightforward. It should just be 4 bolts, 2 at the front, 2 at the back on the tracks, and then a question of unplugging the wiring harness which controls the power seats. And I believe at least it's power seats on the driver's side. I'm not so sure about the passenger side. But that's essentially it. So let's get on with it. So here you can see on the passenger side that there really is quite a bit of damage on the bolster. And that's not unusual for Porsche 911s because of the way Porsche designed the seats. Every time you get in and out, you really have to sort of crank your body and twist it round and then drop yourself in if you really want to get yourself into the seat without constantly hitting that bolster. And it's even worse with the sports seats where the bolsters are bigger. But you can see here that this needs to be repaired for sure. There's some work down here that needs to be done as we've got a split in the leather on the bottom. You can see generally that the leather has seen better days. It's cracking here where at the front it's just creased. You know, the headrest, unsurprisingly, looks really nice. We're able to find almost an identical match for the OEM leather, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I do have the opportunity to introduce some deviated stitching because I'm getting these refinished, so maybe we'll go with blue to go with the blue seatbelts, but at the same time, this kind of chalky color I really like as well. Now, in the back seat, forgive all of the toys that my boys have left in there because they really like to play in what they've called the Spider-Man car. Anyway, toys aside, the back seats, unsurprisingly, are in pretty good condition. You know, just like many 911s, they hardly get used. They just sit there looking pretty. So that's that. But yeah, the driver's seat definitely needs some work. And then we can see around here, there's going to be 1 bolt underneath this plastic cover. There'll be another one on the other side. And then when we bring the chair forward, there'll also be, the light's not fantastic there, there'll also be another 1 there and 2 there. And that should be it. Now let's go take a look at the passenger side and see how that's faring. So as I mentioned, the passenger seat isn't too bad. It can definitely use some reconditioning. The leather is also starting to crease and crack in places. So it's going to be nice to get both of them finished because ultimately I want both of them looking exactly the same. I don't want one seat looking slightly different to the others. But you know, overall, it's really not in too bad condition. More toys there for me to move out of the way. So that's it. They're the 2 seats. And then, you know, the rest of the interior isn't in too bad condition. The steering wheel looks great. The dash actually is in really good condition for a car of this age with so many miles on it. There are no dings or scratches in the leather. Some of this cheaper material hasn't yet faded or started to peel away like it can do on a lot of the 996s and the Boxster Caymans of this generation. The door sills are also in pretty good shape. We could use a little bit of love on the inner door sills, but nothing that can't be fixed. So once I get the seats out and the seats go to the upholsterer, this is going to be a really good opportunity for me to get the carpets reconditioned, put in some new mats, and really start to breathe a bit of fresh air into this car. The other thing I've got coming in addition to the seatbelts are replacement seatbelt receptacles. You can see there that they've seen better day. They work, functionally, but the black is faded and the red is almost now a sort of salmon pink color. So they're going to get changed as well. So that's a quick walk around the car. Now we have to roll our sleeves up and get the seats out. So let's get that going. So first I need to pull off these end caps, which just sort of clip on, and therefore they're, in theory, relatively easy to get off. And then it comes off like that. I'm then going to use this, is it 3/8? Yeah, I got a 3/8 bit, which is actually a spline. And I'm going to use it with the manual wrench first, just to see if I can get it loose. And then I've got my power drill. Easy for the power drill. So there's one trusty ashtray for the bolts. Okay, so there's the front two. Now let's see if I can get to the back two without having to connect the battery. Nope. Now, unfortunately, I've hit a slight snag. This project car hasn't started in a year, and even with the trickle charger, the battery is dead. But this gives me a great opportunity to try this product. Hi, my name is Ricky Bobby, and if you don't use the Voltron power adapter, then f*** you. And I'm here to tell you the Volcano 2000 is the car charger for you. Hello, Auto Amateur presents the Volcano 2000 for your Porsche 911, which will make the fucker start when it won't fucking start. Need to try this product, which was gifted to me for a review, and I guess we're going to see if it can really do what it's supposed to do. This is a Volcano 2000 by a company called Pt.1. It has a USB charger, it has a flashlight, and it has an engine start terminal. And basically, this is supposed to give you enough charge to crank the engine twice in a dead battery situation to get your engine started and then allow it to sit there and hopefully have the alternator tickle it up. Now, all I need is enough power for maybe 30 seconds to get the passenger seat forward. But let's see what happens. So here we're just going to try with the key. Nothing. Won't crank, won't do anything. The lights on the ignition won't even come on. And if we go take a look, just so that you can see this is all legit, I've got the battery connected up with both positive and negative terminals on. So now what I got to do is get this baby and see if I can get the car started. And it's working. So that's pretty incredible. Look at that, the ignition, the battery charger couldn't do anything. And here it is. Now, I plugged this in about 30 seconds ago when it had 80% charge.
because it's sat for like a month in the cupboard without charging. So 80% is pretty good. And so in this past minute now, it's down to 57 and it's still powering the car. So I'm gonna disconnect it, get the seats undone, and then reconnect it again. Well, now these are out of the car, we can take a better look. As you can see, the headrests at the top aren't too bad. This is the driver's side, and you can see where the majority of the damage is there on the bolster. The receptacle is going to be replaced. And over here on the passenger side, it's really not too bad. I think if the driver's side was in the same condition as the passenger side, I probably wouldn't be doing this job, but it'll be nice to get them both looking factory fresh.
Well, that's it, you guys. Another episode of Auto Amateur for now. These seats are going to be going to the upholsters. That's going to be another episode in itself. And when we get them back, I can't wait to do the big reveal. This is a really straightforward job. 4 bolts, 2 at the front, move the seat back, 2 at the other side. I had to use the battery, as you saw. And that's it. Now I can deliver these to the upholsterers, and we are good to go. More content coming soon, both with Project Turbo and Project 996. Stay tuned. Keep checking in. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.